Welcome to Good Game Spawn Point, the show for gamers by gamers. I'm Hex.
And I'm Bajo.
And I am D.A.R.R.E.N. Is Singstar here yet?
Chillax, Darren, chillax.
Yes, we're going to review it later in the show, Darren, I promise.
You don't review Singstar, Hex. You perform it. Ah!
And if singing's not your thing, then we'll also be huffing and puffing and chasing a ball in Pro Evolution Soccer 2015.
Chance. Off he goes. What a wonderful goal.
Plus, I have a brand new episode of Totally Incompatible to show you all.
Ooh, I'm sure it's award-winning stuff, Darren, but have you got a challenge for us this week?
Oh, why, of course, Bajo. Massage your temples. It's time for D.A.R.R.E.N's challenge. This week, I'm asking you this. What is the name of the hero in the Australian-developed mobile game Jetpack Joyride? Answer at the end of the show.
All right, well, now it's news time.
Affirmative.
Thanks guys, Goose here with all the gaming news from around the globe. Nintendo has announced an update for Super Smash Bros. On the 3DS. While it's very vague on the details, the proposed version 1.0.4 will adjust the game balance and fix various problems. Although you will need to install the update if you wish to continue playing online, there are a couple of downsides. Firstly, you won't be able to play offline matches with people who are running older versions of the game. And secondly, the update blocks you from watching a replay. Breakfast is considered to be the most important meal of the day, and who wouldn't want to eat it when it's shaped like Pokemon? Dr. Dan Cake, an online cook, has recreated the original 151 Pokemon in pancake form. Each cake is carefully crafted using a squeeze bottle full of delicious pancake mix and a hot plate. Gotta eat them all. And that's all from the news. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Goose. All right, guys, let's head out to the pitch with FIFA's big rival, Pro Evolution Soccer 2015.
Well, what a wonderful setting we've got for this game, John. The atmosphere is absolutely fantastic. His own. There's a possibility here for a shot. Surely he's in. Another goal. And a shot here. It's a 2-goal lead now. Leaps for the header. They've scored. Australia have done it. They're back on level terms.
Yes, now this used to be the soccer game that was the fan favourite, but that was over 10 years ago on the PS2. Ever since then, the series has struggled to win back its fans from FIFA. With this release, there's a concerted effort to recapture that wonderful feel of the originals.
Pro Evo's long-standing weakness, however, is that it lacks the official club licenses for the English Premier League, which definitely takes the shine off for fans who want a full Fantasy League experience.
Yes, but guys, even so, I had pretty high expectations for this game. It's the first time we've seen it on Next Gen. But perhaps my expectations were too high because I was really underwhelmed by the visuals. I just don't think it looks good enough for Next Gen. The animations and frame rate are very smooth, and the players' faces do look good, especially the famous ones, but everything else is pretty cartoony and a bit drab. It's frustrating. I just don't understand why they don't look better.
Yeah, it's not great. The menus have a very clunky and old feel to them. And these things really matter if you're going to be spending a lot of time with the game playing out full seasons.
Affirmative. When it comes to kicking the ball around the pitch, however, things are technically more positive. The passing control in Pro Evo has never felt better. It's fluid, responsive, and dynamic, allowing you to create some very attractive moves. We enjoyed some pulsating encounters.
Silva. There for the follow-up. Tries again. He scored!
I liked that there's so much detail in the way players shield the ball or do little flicks. And of course, it's always so satisfying hammering the ball into the net.
Yeah, I love shooting for a goal in this game.
Strikes it. Puts it away.
Not until support arrives a little sooner.
Oh, yet another goal. Cahill. Goal! Australia.
The way that you can score just seems a lot more varied than FIFA.
And it feels easier too. I found taking Australia to the World Cup to be...
They don't have the World Cup license, Bajo, so it's called the International Cup.
Right, yes, well, the International Cup. I actually got to the final with the Socceroos. Claiming victory against Denmark was a bit of a thrill. I was surprised at how easy it was to cruise to the final.
Yeah, we should point out that Pro Evo does have a number of official leagues and cups, like the AFC Champions League, so it's not all made-up names for things. It's good to see teams like the Western Sydney Wanderers are in the game.
I thought this year's training mode was more user-friendly and fun, with faster loading times and a good variety of challenges. It makes learning the game a joy. And the Football Life career modes have also been further streamlined, although the game still has none of the depth of content that you find in FIFA with its frequent live updates.
I did enjoy creating custom characters though. You can make some doozies in this game. Dat hair.
Worst hair ever.
Best hair ever.
Speaking of custom teams, Pro Evo has a new mode called My Club that looks to be an attempt at copying FIFA's popular Ultimate Team mode. You buy and sell players online with in-game currency or real-world money. It'll be interesting to see if it's anywhere near as popular.
Yeah, sadly the servers weren't live at the time of review, so we couldn't check any of that out, but I am glad that it's there.
Final thoughts, Bajo?
Well, in many ways, I like the feel of this game over FIFA, and the AI is excellent. But without any of that English Premier League gloss, I find it a bit hard to stick with. And I just was expecting so much more from the look of the game, so I'm giving it 7.5.
Yeah, I think if you can look past its clumsy presentation and focus solely on how it feels, like you say, Bajo, I think Pro Evo is heading in exactly the right direction it needs to reclaim its crown. It may not quite beat out FIFA this year, but it's getting close. I'm giving it 8.5.
Interesting that they decided to introduce microtransactions in the My Club mode. They can be a dangerous thing, as my new episode of Totally Incompatible will show you.
Oh, roll the tape, Kerry!
Totally Incompatible is filmed before a live studio audience.
This game is great fun. Send in my troops, build up my tower. Hang on, wait 2 hours? Oh, or I can spend $2. Okay, $2 isn't that much money. Oh, that was easy. Oh, more levels, more upgrades. Super sparkly armor. Oh, wow. Oh, it's expensive. Hey, Darren, I'm just gonna purchase this new armor, okay?
Isn't that the third set of armor you've purchased this week?
Oh, yeah, but it looks so cool, and it's gonna make my character really buffed up, and then I'll be able to take on the dungeon, and then the Spider
Okay,
King.
Goose, just be careful. In-game purchases can prove to be very dangerous.
$2, another $2 there. Wait an hour? More like $2. I can make purchases in this one too. $5, $5, ooh, $2, $5. What? Darren, what happened?
Oh, there you are, Goose. I've had to let the debt collectors repossess all the furniture. It turns out that our finances were not quite as robust as I thought they were. Were you aware of this situation?
Darren, I may have made some in-game purchases.
What, Goose? I told you to watch out for in-game purchases.
Well, it must have been that 35th set of sparkling armor that did it.
You're a lost cause, Goose. They took everything. The couch, the TV, the consoles, and even the cheese for the toasties.
No! No, not the cheese, Darren! No!
Yeah, and from the list, we're taking that one as well.
Who, me?
Wait, no, you can't take Darren. He's not an appliance.
Well, it says right here, make one robotic friend, and I got to go by the list.
No, please don't take Darren. I'll give back all my in-game purchases, I promise.
You won't be able to do that. Intangible digital assets are non-refundable.
Oh, I'm sorry, Darren.
So long, Goose. Of all my flatmates, you were the most human.
Oh, Darren, I'm sorry. Please come back. I should never have bought those in-game purchases. I'm sorry. Darren, come back, please. I'm so sorry. No, in-app purchases. No refund.
Goose.
No, Darren.
Goose,
Come
wake
back.
up.
Darren. Oh, Darren. Oh, I was having the most terrible nightmare. and you were there, and they took everything, and oh, Darren, they even took the cheese. It was terrible.
That's okay, Goose. I'm here now.
Oh, Darren, I promise I'll never make any silly in-game purchases ever again.
You've clearly learned your lesson. And those removalists were really scary.
I know. Wait, what?
Those pesky microtransactions. Always good to keep an eye on them, Hex. Hex,
I'm just going to make
Hex.
that...
Stop buying berries, Hex.
Ah! Okay, well, let's get started with this one from Jake, who is in Dunsborough, Western Australia. Hi, GGSP. I've been trying to send you questions for 3 years now, and I haven't got a respond. But that's fine. I'm wondering if you know if Super Smash Bros. Is coming out on Xbox One. And is Minecraft on Xbox ever going to have horses? Bajo, do these faces.
Well, thanks for all your questions, Jake, and sorry we haven't been able to respond until now. So many questions, Hex, and so little time.
Indeed. But as for if Super Smash Bros. Is coming to Xbox One, sorry to say, but there's almost no chance of that ever happening. The Smash Bros. Series is made by Nintendo and very much exclusive to Nintendo hardware, like the Wii U or the 3DS.
Yes, well, I suppose there's an extremely slim chance that Ninty could stop making hardware and just become a game developer like Sega did after the Dreamcast. I never thought we'd see the day where Sonic was on a Nintendo console, Hex, but there you go, here we are, it happened. So there is a slight possibility it could happen one day.
True, but we haven't seen anything that would make us think that it's likely to happen anytime soon. I imagine Nintendo is going to keep on making their own hardware and exclusive games for it for quite a few years at least.
As for if the Xbox version of Minecraft is going to get horses, well, we're happy to confirm that yes, it will. And not only will it eventually get horses, it will be getting them in the next update.
Yes, the developer of the console ports, 4J Studios, recently tweeted that the next update will bring all of the console editions up to the equivalent of the 1.6.4 PC edition. And seeing as 1.6.4 was also known as the horse update, we're guessing that means horses are coming.
The developer did also say it may take some time, so it's probably a couple of months away before it actually comes out, but it is coming at least.
Alrighty, well, moving on now to this one from the Queen of Disney, who is in Yarralumla, which is in the ACT.
Must be on holiday.
Sounds like a fantasy place, isn't it? Yarralumla.
Let's go to Yarralumla, where we can bask in the cheese sandwich
You
trees.
must go on a mighty quest to Yarralumla.
The quest to plant more cheese sandwich trees. Hi, subjects. I want Hex to answer this. Do you know any good Disney games? My Minecraft is not working. Please answer afterwise. I will put you in Disney prison.
Well, Your Highness, I think we can make a few suggestions for you and hopefully avoid Disney prison. So I think the most obvious suggestions would have to be the Disney Infinity games. I mean, they'll let you play with and experience a pretty wide selection of Disney films and characters.
They can end up being a bit expensive, though, with all the different toys you need to get. I'd also recommend checking out Kingdom Hearts. They're pretty epic action-adventure games where you get to journey through loads of classic Disney worlds.
Yeah, it's a big franchise, so it might be hard to know where to start, but we'd say the best option would be the remaster of the first game, which came out not that long ago for the PS3.
The second game is getting a remaster too soon, and both come with loads of extras, including some of the spin-off games, as well as some cutscenes from other games that didn't make the cut. So between those two, you can pretty much experience the whole franchise.
Well, hopefully you enjoy those, Your Highness, but so let's just move on to this one from Liam, who is in Dreamland, Victoria.
Dear GGSP, can you please answer these questions? 1. How was Kirby created? 2. Is there any boss after the miracle matter in Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards? And yes, I know the game is like 14 years old. 3. What is Darren's favourite animal? Thanks, Liam.
Well, Liam, I'm actually not sure how Kirby was created, but you know what? I'm sure Darren would know about that.
Yes, let's get him on the phone.
Hello, Darren speaking.
Hey, Darren, we've got a tricky question here, and we were wondering if you knew how Kirby was created.
Oh, of course. He was created by Masahiro Sakurai in 1992 and was originally named Popopo for the game Twinkle Popo, which went on to become Kirby's Dream Land. He was meant to just be a simple placeholder design for the main character, but was later chosen as the main design for the character and renamed as Kirby. The name was chosen due to the similarity to lawyer John Kirby, who successfully defended Nintendo in a 1984 case where Universal Studios claimed Nintendo's Donkey Kong infringed on their King Kong character.
Oh, there you go. Very interesting stuff, Darren. But Liam, as for your second question, I'm actually not too sure if there's any boss after Miracle Matter. I never played through Kirby 64.
Well, Liam, Miracle Matter is the last boss in the game, only if you have not collected all of the crystal shards. If you have all of them, then after defeating Miracle Matter, you can access the final world and confront O2, the true final boss of the game.
The old secret hidden boss level trick. Well, there you go, Liam. Good luck getting all those shards. And Darren, before you go, Liam was wondering, what's your favourite animal?
Oh, humans, of course. You're all so cute with all your emotions and feelings and always standing and walking. Adorable creatures, humans.
Darren, humans don't count as animals.
Yeah, that's quite cute too. Always thinking that you're somehow separate from the rest of life on Earth just because you wear trousers. I can assure you from a scientific classification perspective that humans, or Homo sapiens, fall under the kingdom of Animalia.
Well,
Animals.
All right then, Darren, what's your favourite animal that isn't a human?
I'd have to say the pistol shrimp. It's a small shrimp that can create an explosion of bubbles with its claw to stun its prey and cause the water to briefly reach temperatures hotter than the surface of the sun and creates one of the loudest sounds in the ocean. It's almost like a mini laser.
Whoa, okay, so not like a cute cat or a puppy or anything.
Shrimp are cute too. Just look at them with their adorable bulbous eyes and antennae. Do you see a resemblance to anyone you know? It's quite dashing looking. Creatures, actually. Yeah.
I agree with you, Darren. Well, thank you very much for your help, and we'll see you soon.
Oh, anytime, Bajo. Goodbye.
Bye.
Okay, well, I think we have time for just one more question, so we'll go with this one from a mystery spawning who is somewhere in the ACT. Hey guys, I was just wondering, how do you make a armor stand in Minecraft? Daring is cool, I don't know.
Well, we can help you out with that mystery spawnling, but we should point out that as of right now, armor stands are only available in the PC version, so you won't be able to build them in the console or Pocket Edition.
But to build it, you'll just need to have 6 sticks and 1 stone slab. Then just combine them like so, and voila! You've got a nice new armor stand to show off your diamond armor set on.
And if you've got loads of armor, you can even make a room to show off all your different sets.
Always good to have a nice way to display your gear, isn't it? But on that note, we're actually out of time for this week, so if you've got a question you'd like to ask us, then you can do that right here.
All right, let's get back to the studio, Hex.
Yeah.
I've got a room just to display all my hats.
Do you?
Hat room.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay guys, it's time to warm up those vocal cords because we're reviewing Singstar Ultimate Party.
Singstar? Now? Oh my, I have to get ready. Start and wait.
No, Darren, wait! We have to do the review!
Whoa! Darren, you look amazing.
Yeah, that was quite an entrance.
Now we're ready to review Singstar. Singstar Ultimate Party is the first Singstar game in 3 years and the 27th released in Australia. This new rendition looks and feels very similar to the old games, updated with slick menus and a few new features. This time around, you can download the Singstar Mic app onto your smartphone and use that as your microphone, rather than buying the Singstar microphone kit.
Yeah, and this works fairly well. We didn't notice any lag, and it connects quite easily. It's a clever idea, but considering the app support, I was a bit disappointed that the game still only allows for 2 players. I mean, I would have loved it if it was 4 players.
Yeah, it does feel like a bit of a missed opportunity, and they've also done away with a whole bunch of modes and options, such as pass the mic, medleys, and difficulty settings. You can still do duets and 2-player sing-alongs, but it does feel like a step backwards. I want to see more game modes, Hex, not less.
Me too. It's a bit of a shame, isn't it? There's also the Singstar community where you can record and upload photos and videos of you playing. We don't have a PS4 camera, so we couldn't upload any of our own, but the videos we did watch looked pretty entertaining.
Whilst the basic interface still works well, overall the game seems to lack fine-tuning. For example, players are sometimes expected to sing lines that should be considered backing vocals along with the main melody. This overlap can leave you a little breathless.
I should be over all the butterflies, but I'm into you, and baby, even I know what's
also found I missed the start of the line most of the time. It doesn't give you much room for breaths.
Yeah, I agree, but really these games have always been about one thing, the songs. What did you think of the track list this time around?
A bit disappointing. You know, the Singstar party games always had the great mix of old and new songs, some of the best in the whole series, but this one, they're so 2 years ago.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe.
Yeah, either that or songs that seem much better suited to dancing than singing. In fact, some even had some really long instrumentals where there's no singing at all.
Affirmative. Much more fun to listen to than to sing to. There is the option to purchase songs as DLC, allowing you to fill your playlist with songs that you actually enjoy.
And that's a really good selection too. It's just a shame they kept all of these really good songs as paid DLC, rather than putting a few in the main game. It's a bit sneaky.
You can also reportedly transfer songs from your old PS3 music library, so that's a good way to get more songs if you've got the old Singstar game.
Affirmative. But what's on offer with the base game is rather disappointing. And according to my calculations, only human beings with vocal abilities in the top 20 percentile will be able to sing some of these songs.
What are you talking about, Darren?
I think he's saying that some of the songs are really hard to sing.
Affirmative. For humans, that is. Whilst everyone's vocal range is different, very few people can hit notes like this.
Yeah, or at least they won't sound great doing it.
Yeah. And the game doesn't feel silly enough to remain fun, even when you're totally not getting it right.
Yeah, it seems like most of these songs lack that infectious quality that make you want to, actually sing along. I mean, a lot of them were quite repetitive, and while they have included Let It Go, it's not the original Elsa version.
Let it go, let it go. Turn my pockets, let my door.
Lame.
I did enjoy No Scrubs though. Any chance to belt out some 90s rap. Let me get you something to think about. And did your mind intentions you turn out? Don't forget to focus on the picture in front of me. You clear as a DVD. No, it has DVDs anymore. On digital TV screen, satisfy my appetite with something spectacular.
Break it down, MC Bajo.
Yes, Darren, I dropped some fat beats right there. Hex, what do you think overall?
Well, I was really looking forward to a new Singstar game, but to be honest, this was a bit of a disappointment. I mean, the formula's just starting to feel a bit tired, and they definitely didn't bring enough new content to the table, so I'm giving it 5.
Yeah, my biggest issue is that all of the best songs you have to pay for. It must be hard to keep things fresh after so many games, but yeah, I think this is worth 5.5 out of 10.
Affirmative. But now it's time for my closing number. The snow glows white on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen. Don't let them see. Be the good girl you always
Okay,
have to
Darren,
be.
I think we're actually out of time for this week, so why don't you reveal the answer to your challenge?
Oh, right. Cut the show lights. At the start of the show, I asked you, who is the hero in the Australian-developed mobile game Jetpack Joyride? And the answer is... Barry Steak Fries!
Did you guys know that Barry is actually the English form of the Irish name Bereth?
Yes, and did you know that it means spear?
Oh, interesting. Well, next week on the show, Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham.
But just so we're clear, I'm Batman. I don't need friends.
So many DC heroes in that game.
And supervillains.
It's gonna be a super showdown. Until next time, may all your games be good ones. Hex out.
Bajo out.
Darren out.
Darren, where can I get a jacket like this? It's just fabulous.
It is
Oh,
fabulous.
I could put you in touch with my tailor.
Do they make jackets that are not square-shaped?
Oh, I'll have to check. It might cost extra.
That's real sparkles.